Are we too young for this? Hey guys. Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today's video is super exciting because we're going book shopping. I'm heading out to Barnes & Noble right now. Like I said, we are getting some books. Today when I got off work, I was like, I need to film a video to get it uploaded as soon as possible. And I asked you guys over on my Instagram, I was like, what video do you want to see? Because I was either going to film my book recommendations based off of the trope that you guys wanted that I had you guys do the other day, or I was going to do book shopping out of my comfort zone because a few days ago I asked you guys for some recommendations. Did a little bit of shopping yesterday. Me and my brother went to Barnes & Noble, but I didn't film any of that because, I don't know, I just didn't. But today we're going to a different Barnes & Noble because yesterday the Barnes & Noble I went to kind of sucked. They had only 2 of the books I was looking for, but our first stop is going to be, who's going to guess what our first stop's going to be?
Starbucks?
Yeah, it's gonna be Starbucks, guys. I was gonna get a drink earlier when I was at work, but our power went out. As soon as I was putting an order in, our power went out. I kid you not, like my luck. And then I went home. Anyway, we're gonna go to Starbucks, so I'm gonna see you guys in the Starbucks drive-thru. Going into Barnes & Noble. I forgot that they have a Starbucks in here, so we're just gonna get this one inside.
Walk into the place, dispatch you from a race. My heart, it started racing. The crowd.
I was going to get the Shatter Me series. They have all of them except Shatter Me, so that's awesome. But we have 2 books so far. Taste test. I can't find these Violent Delights or the Shatter Me. I'm getting a little disappointed. Listen guys, I'm book shopping in my comfort zone, but they have Twisted Love and Twisted Games here. And I love these and I want the physical copy of them, but I'm looking for 6 of Crows right now. I'm having a hard time.
Lost in a daze, I caught your sudden gaze, and time it started racing. But moments didn't fade.
I hate publishers. Can you put the price on the back, please?
Amen. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel further away. Wait.
We're leaving. So leaving. I have no self-control. It's kind of a joke at this point.
No.
Okay guys, I'm not doing a haul right now. We're gonna do that at home because I have some books I got yesterday. Where's the self-control at? Sorry Dad. I know my dad's probably watching this video and he's like, why are you spending so much money on books? It's okay Dad, I swear it's okay. Our little meeting that I recorded was like my mom. I was looking for the Shadow and Bone or 6 of Crows. I don't know, because you guys told me like to read both of them. So I did another thing that I did with the Addicted series, and it may be a little risky because I don't read fantasy, and I just bought the whole entire series. Partly because they only had the box set, so I was like, whatever, we're just gonna buy the box set then. The only book that I was set on to get today, there were 2 books that I didn't get, and that was the Shatter Me. They had all of the other books except for the first one, so we didn't get that one. And I wanted to get these Violent Delights. They had it at the other Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I was heavily debating on getting it, and then I was like, I'm just not gonna get it. And then I was like, they're probably gonna have it at the other one anyway, and they didn't. They didn't. So that was an L on my part, and they didn't have a Shadow Me series, so yeah. But we're gonna do a little haul when I get home, so I'm gonna see you guys over at home. Hey guys, we're back home. I changed into some comfy clothes because I literally came from work, came straight home today and got an oil change, went to the bank, did all of the stuff that I needed to do, went to the gym, and then went and filmed this video. So Sorry that I'm in a crew neck, even though I'm sure literally nobody cares, but I just had to say that. What you guys want to see are the books, so we're going to get into the haul. Before I do the books that I did today, I'm going to do the books that I got yesterday. So obviously this video is about buying books out of my comfort zone, because I think I talked about it earlier, but I was saying that one of my biggest goals for 2022 reading wise was to read a lot of books out of my comfort zone. Now I feel like, Charlie, my hat. What I was just saying was that I feel like I did have quite a range, given there was a lot of contemporary fiction and romance in there, but I did have some thrillers. I did have a few memoirs I didn't talk about. That was genuinely because I don't like to judge people's memoirs or stuff that they read, because I'm not going to judge somebody's life, you know, or what they're writing about. I wanted to read some books out of my comfort zone, plus with a lot of you guys loving my book content, I didn't want to just be a romance. I wanted to give something for everybody. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got basically some series yesterday. But the first one that's not a series is Wilder Girls. Now, I've seen this a little bit on TikTok, but honestly, it's always been on the book talk table, but I've never seen a lot about it. I think the only place I've honestly actually seen it is that Ava Jules talked about this book, I'm pretty sure. But Wilder Girls, what I'm guessing, now she wants out. This is like such a mess. So from the synopsis of this book, it says that basically these girls live on this island where they got infected and a lot of people have died, and they only live on this island, and then the main character's best friend goes missing. She's breaking quarantine and going outside of the island to find out what happened to her. So it seems pretty interesting, and it being like she's breaking out of quarantine, I don't know, since we're all on COVID. I mean, it's not like, well, yeah, it's kind of like COVID. It just seems super interesting. The next two books I got are a part of the Truly Devious series. So I got the Truly Devious, and then I got the Vanishing Stare. So I think that these two actually go together, because from when I was reading the back of the books, I think there's 3 of them. But these two like actually go together. When I understand, Truly Devious, I've seen this not on Book Talk, but I've seen a few different booktubers, like people who don't really read what I read, but I still like to watch their videos, talk about this book, and it has a beautiful cover. Come on, and that's like that's a plus, I guess. It says that basically it's at an academy. It's so the founder or the owner of the school, his wife and daughter were kidnapped, and the only clue was that everything was signed Truly Devious. I'm guessing this girl that goes to the school is gonna try to unravel the murder. That's all I know about it. But on the back it says, look, a riddle time for fun. Should we use a rope or a gun? And I was like, sign me up. It reminded me a little bit of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, with like the main character trying to solve something. So then I got the second book because I have no self-control. And then the last 2 books I got were, because honestly guys, most of these recommendations, basically all of them, were based off of what you guys told me to buy on my Instagram story. And so I got the other 2 books and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. If you know me, it's not that I don't like hardcovers, because I do. It's just that like if I have one book of the series and it's in a softback, paperback, why do I call it softbacks? Paperback, then I want the rest of the series in a paperback. I don't want it all in a hardback. It's either all in hardback or all in paperback, and I would prefer paperback. I've not seen a Barnes & Noble with the paperback of A Good Girl Bad Blood yet, so, but then this one just came out and I've heard amazing things, so I think I'm gonna do a reading vlog. Tell me if you guys want a reading vlog on the series. I've already read the first one and I really liked it, so I'm planning on reading these other 2. I don't know when, because we have a lot of books, but I have a lot of books. Like, this is my TBR cart, which it still has all the books on it from my last haul, but I'm gonna start the Addicted series. I think that's the next book that I'm gonna read, so look out for that reading vlog. What I got today, they gave me a bag. I never get a bag, mostly because my Barnes & Noble closest to my house doesn't have bags. But then again, when I go to this Barnes & Noble, I always just tell them that I don't need any. But I never get this many books, so. This first book, so I saw it and I was like, I've been eyeing this book for a long time, has a great cover, and then I saw this 50% off and I was like, okay. And it was randomly 50% off, like it wasn't even on a 50% off table. That is Blackout. So I've seen this for months. Like, this came out a few months ago. I've seen it for months. It's honestly quite a short book. I think it's just like a collection of short stories. It seems super cool, and it is all of these different POC authors, and I was like, that's awesome. I want to read more of that. A Summer Heatwave Blankets, New York City. New York City, hello. I want to go to New York so bad. I love when books are set in New York. A First Meeting, Longtime Friends, Bitter Exes, and maybe the beginning of something new. When the lights go out, people reveal hidden truths, love blossoms, friendships transform, and all possibilities take flight. So I think it's just like a bunch of short stories. Sounds amazing, and I can't wait to read it. I got The Inheritance Games. So a lot of people say this is like Knives Out. I'm sure you guys have heard that every single time someone talks about this book. I really wanted to get the Hawthorne Legacy, but they didn't have it, and I really want the paperback. And I looked it up on Amazon, and it's like $30 for the paperback. I got The Inheritance Games because so many of you guys are asking me to read it, and I've had my eyes on this for a long time. I like the kind of like puzzly whodunit clue type of stuff, and this is like, I'm pretty sure she like wins this dead dude's money and people are mad at her for it. I don't know, but I saw, I think, a quote from the second book because there's like a little romance spark in this, and everything just seems pretty interesting. So hopefully I love this book. If I do, I'm gonna buy the second book. And then you guys heard me talk about this, but at the beginning of this month, I read these books on my Kindle, and I absolutely loved them. And I've talked about this before, how my Barnes & Noble does not have any indie authors. They don't have Kristen Becker Ritchie. They barely have any L. Kennedy. They have no Mariana Zapata. And I see a bunch of other Barnes & Nobles on my Bookstagram, and they are posting like their book talk tables like full of like the Addicted series and a bunch of stuff that you see on Book Talk of indie authors. My Barnes & Nobles do not have any. So when I looked today and they had these two books, I had to get them. And that is Twisted Love, Twisted Games by Anna Huang. The third book, both of the books are actually coming out this year, but the third book's coming out very soon. So I got them, and I'm so happy. I already said I read them, loved them. This one was like a 4.5, and this one was a 4 for me. So I just really wanted the physical copy, so I got them. These are not out of my comfort zone, but I had to get them because I was like, I'm gonna come back Friday, but what if they're not here Friday? Also, books that I was debating on, I literally looked on the buy one, get one 50 table, and they had The Heart Principle, and I really wanted to buy that, but I didn't. And they had this other book that I want to go back and get, so I'm probably gonna get The Heart Principle in that book. That was buy one, get one 50. Those two books, and Dial A for Aunties and Finley Donovan is Kindling Eggs. I've heard great things about both of those books. But the last books that I have are books that are out of my comfort zone again. So first of all, I got the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So I first only picked up the Shadow and Bone and Sage and Storm because they had Run and Rising. They only had one more, but it was hardback, and the other two were paperbacks, and I was like, I'm not doing that. But I went and asked if they had these other books I'm about to show, and the lady showed my mom the box sets, and I was like, I might as well get those because they're all paperback, they're all gonna match. I got the Shadow and Bone because from what I know, I said this earlier, but can you guys tell me, I've heard that you're supposed to read Shadow and Bone before you read Six of Crows, so I got the Shadow and Bone box set. So it has Shadow and Bone, Sage and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. Are you supposed to read these first? Because I've heard that's what you're supposed to do. I also got the Six of Crows trilogy. And I got, so it's Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. So I think so, because on the back of this it says, don't miss the New York Shadow and Bone trilogy. And I swear I've heard people say, like, you don't have to read these three before this, but you should to get kind of like a backstory on this. So I think I'm gonna read these three. Tell me down below if you guys have read these, but I also got the Six of Crows. And I've heard good things. I think Sarah Caroli was just reading these, or maybe Shadow and Bone, it was one of these. And she said she really liked it, and we have similar tastes, so maybe I'm gonna like this too. Those are all the books that I bought today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below. If you guys like me and my book videos or any of my other content, and maybe you've been debating on whether to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe if you want. I would really appreciate it, and I think that you would enjoy your time here, so go ahead and do that for me. And for you, you know, I can bring you serotonin. That is it for today's video. Be looking forward to some exciting content because I have some stuff that I'm super excited for coming up. So with that being said, I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.